These people were hunting a dangerous shark. This is the moment a group of men set out to hunt down a massive great white shark that had been terrorizing the small coastal community of Seal Beach in Southern California for nearly 2 weeks. The shark was responsible for the death of a surfer and several other attacks. And the men were part of a group of volunteers who had come together to try and kill the animal. The hunt was led by a veteran shark hunter named Mike Shahan, who had previously captured or killed hundreds of sharks. He and his crew used a variety of methods to try and find the shark, including aerial, surveillance, sonar, and even a drone with a GoPro camera attached to it. After several days of searching, they finally got their chance when they spotted the shark close to shore. Mike quickly got into position and dropped a line into the water. He hooked the shark and the fight was on. The shark dragged the boat several hundred yards offshore before finally being brought to the surface. To everyone's surprise, it was even bigger than they had imagined. At 20 feet long, it was one of the largest great whites ever caught. But as Mike and his crew began to approach the shark, it suddenly lunged out of the water and attacked. In a matter of seconds, it had bitten off one of their hands and dragged it down into the depths. Everyone on the boat was terrified, but Mike knew that he had to do something to defend himself and his crewmates. He grabbed onto the shark's dorsal fin and began to wrestle it. After a brutal fight, he was able to bring the shark back under control and eventually kill it. Once the shark was dead, the men pulled it out of the water and onto the beach, where it was met with cheers from the crowd of onlookers. They had finally managed to stop the shark's reign of terror and avenge the surfer who had been killed. The story of the shark hunt was widely reported in the media at the time and made international headlines. It became a sensation and captured the public's imagination. Many people were fascinated by the bravery of the shark hunters and the sheer size of the shark that they had captured. In the aftermath of the shark hunt, several movies and documentaries were made about the event. The most famous of these was the 1987 film The Shallows, starring Liam Neeson. The film is based on the true story of the shark hunters and their battle with a massive great white shark. The shark hunt also led to increased safety measures being put in place at Seal Beach and other coastal communities. Authorities began to monitor the waters more closely for sharks, and lifeguards were instructed to be on the lookout for any signs of trouble. Additionally, nets and other barriers were installed in some areas to prevent sharks from getting too close to swimmers and surfers. Despite the tragedy that had struck Seal Beach, the shark hunt was ultimately a success. The men had managed to kill the shark and put an end to its deadly rampage. They had also helped to raise awareness about the importance of shark safety and the need for caution when entering the water. The event was a reminder of the power and danger of nature, but also of the courage and determination of those who dare to face it head-on. This next group of men were also looking for a shark. These fishermen in Australia had no idea what they would find. While fishing in the ocean off the coast of Western Australia, a group of 4 friends were in for the surprise of a lifetime when they hauled in a massive 3-meter tiger shark. The men had been fishing for a few hours without any luck, when suddenly their lines went taut and their boat began to drag dangerously close to the rocks. After a fierce battle, they finally managed to land the huge shark, which weighed an estimated 400 kilograms. The men were shocked by the size of their catch and quickly took photos before releasing it back into the water. It wasn't just the size of the shark that amazed them, but also its ferocity. Tiger sharks are known for their aggressive behavior and powerful jaws, which can easily tear through human flesh. One wrong move could have meant certain death for the fishermen. Despite the danger, the men were thrilled with their catch and the experience of a lifetime. They had never seen anything like it before, and they knew that they had just had a brush with one of the ocean's most feared predators. The fishermen wasted no time in sharing their story with the world. They posted photos and videos of their catch on social media, where they quickly went viral. People from all over the globe were amazed by the sheer size and power of the tiger shark and the bravery of the fishermen who had dared to tangle with it. The story of the shark quickly became a local legend, and the men were interviewed by dozens of media outlets. In the aftermath of their incredible catch, the fishermen decided to use their newfound fame to raise awareness about the importance of ocean conservation. They spoke at schools and community events, urging people to protect marine life and the fragile ecosystem that surrounds us. The men's bravery and respect for nature have made them heroes in their community, and their story is a reminder of the incredible beauty and power of the natural world. And this next group had no idea what was underneath the water. A group of divers in Florida recently discovered the remains of a massive 11-foot great white shark, believed to be the largest ever found in the state. The shark was discovered by a team of 4 divers, led by Chris Fisher, founder of Oshurch, an organization dedicated to tracking and studying sharks. The team had been searching for a large shark to tag and track as part of their research when they came across the enormous great white. The shark was so large that it took several hours for the team to locate all of its remains. Once they had gathered enough evidence, the team carefully extracted DNA from the shark's tissues and determined that it was an adult female weighing approximately 3,000 pounds. The discovery was particularly significant because great white sharks are rarely found in Florida waters. In fact, this was only the second confirmed sighting of an 11-foot great white in the state's history. The previous record was set in 1964, when a similar shark was caught off the coast of Miami. The team was amazed by the size and strength of the shark, which is considered to be one of the most powerful predators in the ocean. Great white sharks can reach speeds of up to 45 miles per hour and have been known to attack humans. However, despite their fearsome reputation, great white sharks are an important part of the marine ecosystem, and their presence is a sign of a healthy ocean. The discovery of the massive great white shark off the coast of Florida is a reminder of the incredible diversity and power of the natural world. It also highlights the importance of organizations like Oshurch, which are dedicated to studying and protecting our oceans and its inhabitants. By learning more about the animals that live in our oceans, we can better understand and appreciate the delicate balance that sustains life on our planet. And this next group of men had no idea what was going to happen to them while spearfishing off the coast of Sydney, Australia. A group of 3 friends encountered a massive 16-foot great white shark, prompting a dramatic escape. The men had been diving for several hours without any luck when suddenly the shark appeared. The massive creature circled the boat several times before disappearing into the murky depths. Shaken but unharmed, the men quickly made their way back to shore, grateful to have escaped the encounter unscathed. The close call prompted a warning from wildlife officials urging swimmers and divers to be aware of their surroundings and take precautions when in the water. Despite the danger posed by great white sharks, the men were fortunate to have experienced such a rare and awe-inspiring sight. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for more.